Good morning, Year 2, and welcome to our first lesson of literacy. We're going to be using the text The Day the Crayons Quit, and today our focus is on because. Let's break down what we're going to do. So our question for today is, how do brilliant writers use the conjunctions and because? We're going to start by reading some of our common exception read words. We're going to read the story. We're going to learn a little bit more about and because, and then we're going to write some sentences using them. So let's see, are you ready to go? Have you got a pencil? Check. Have you got some paper? Check. And is your brain ready to go? Big check for that. Let's begin. We're going to do my turn, your turn. So I'll say the word and then you can repeat it. Improve. Brilliant. Move. Prove. After. People. I. Because. Who. Gold. Hold. Beautiful. Everybody. Now, let's see if you can do it on your own. I'm going to show you all the words again and tell me what they say. If you find it a bit tricky, ask an adult to help you. Well done, everyone. It would be super if you could practice that again at some point today. They're really important words to learn to read. Great start. Now we're going to be reading this book today, The Day the Crayons Quit. We're going to start by thinking what the word quit actually means. So if you quit something, it means you stop doing it. A lot of people might say that you quit your job. When you quit your job, you hand your notice in to your employer, so a letter saying, I don't want to do that anymore, I quit. And we can see that these crayons are all quitting. What's their job? To colour in, of course, so they're no longer going to colour in for their owner. And we can see on the back cover of the book, the crayons are there with some signs. They're saying, boo, down with this sort of thing. We're not happy. Oh dear. Now, we need to answer the questions today. Why aren't the crayons happy? And why do you think the crayons have quit? So, we're going to read the story now. You can either listen to me read it and think about those questions. You can read along with me, or you can put me on mute and read the book yourself. It's up to you. Let's begin. One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them. Can you see them all tied up with string? First letter. Hey, Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out colouring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to colour all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon. Well, here's our next one. Dear Duncan, all right, listen. I love that I'm your favourite crayon for grapes, dragons and wizard hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous colour goes outside the lines. If you don't start colouring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon. Oh, not a good start for Duncan here. Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or dark tan because I am neither. I am beige and I am proud. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky. Got brackets there. And wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about colouring wheat? Your beige friend, beige crayon. Duncan, grey crayon here. You're killing me. I know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are grey, but that's a lot of space to colour in all by myself. And don't even get me started on your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things. Such big animals. Baby penguins are grey, you know. So are very tiny rocks, pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Your very tired friend, grey crayon. Ooh. Dear Duncan, you colour with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same colour as the page you were using me on, white. If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to colour snow or to fill in empty space between other things. And it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk. Your empty friend, white crayon. Can you see what he's drawn there? It says white cat in the snow by Duncan. Can't see where the white's been used. You can see why he's upset. Hi, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things that are coloured in by other colours, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colours of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon. Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon, I am writing for 2 reasons. One is to say that I like my work. Loads of crocodiles, trees, dinosaurs and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful colouring things green career so far. That's a good start. The second reason I write is for my friends, Yellow Crayon and Green Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the colour of the sun. Please settle this soon, because they're driving the rest of us crazy! Your happy friend, Green Crayon. Do you think it's going to be one of them next? Let's find out. Good. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the colour of the sun. I would tell him, but we're no longer speaking. And I can prove I'm the colour of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to colour in the sun in your Happy Farm colouring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 7. And you can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn, your pal, and the true colour of the sun, Yellow Crayon. Do you think orange is going to be next? It is. Dear Crayon, Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, this big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the colour of the sun? I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know I am clearly the colour of the sun, because on Thursday you used me to colour the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo colouring book. Orange, you glad I'm here? Ha! Your pal and the real colour of the sun, Orange Crayon. Blue, that's my favourite colour. Dear Duncan, it has been great being your favourite colour this past year, and the year before, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I am so short and stubby, I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubby friend, Blue Crayon. He's tiny. Pink now. Duncan. Okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's colour, isn't it? Speaking of which, please tell your little sister I said thank you for using me to colour in her pretty princess colouring book. I think she did a fabulous job of staying inside the lines. Now back to us. Could you please use me sometime to colour the occasional pink dinosaur, or monster, or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of colour. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon. Definitely not happy that one. Why is this one still in the box? Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you put on my paper wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked? I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to colour, and of course he wanted his crayons to be happy, and that gave him an idea. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him a good word sticker for colouring and a gold star for creativity. So, that was a lovely story. Well done for listening so well. We're going to get back now to look at what our focus for today, and that was how do brilliant writers use the conjunctions and because. We're going to be using them to extend our sentences because we know that a conjunction joins two parts of a sentence or sentences together. So on the board you can see that I've got my first sentence. It says, Pink Crayon was disappointed. And we definitely know that from the story, don't we? And I want to extend that sentence. So I can take off that full stop and use because to explain why. So I put in Pink Crayon was disappointed because he was never used. So it gives the reader a bit of an explanation when we use the word because. Now let's see if you can extend this one for me. I'll read the start. The blue crayon was sad. Can you use because to extend it? Pop me on pause whilst you have a think about it. Are you ready to tell me? How did you extend your sentence using because? The blue crayon was sad because... Fantastic! Well done. I think I would have the blue crayon was sad because he was so stubby. He was tiny, wasn't he? Now, your activity today is going to be to draw one of the crayons from the book. And I want you to write a sentence explaining why it is so upset. I would like you to use the conjunction because, and you can see our other bubble, some super duper handwriting. On the board, you can see there are different chili levels. If you want to start on the first chili, then you can use my writing frame. It is because. So you could say it is sad because, or it is happy because. If you could write at least 3 sentences, we would be super duper proud. If you fancy a little bit more of a challenge, then you can read the example I've got here. And that's using sentences with and because. This is the one I've written so far. The green crayon is happy because he likes his work. He loves colouring all things green and thinks Duncan is doing a great job with his work. However, green crayon is feeling slightly crazy because yellow and orange crayon keep arguing. So again, you're using those conjunctions and because to write a series of sentences. And finally, we've got our free chili challenge. And I would like you to see if you could compare two or more of the crayons. And you might like to use some different conjunctions like but, however, or whereas. So make sure you're sat nicely at your table. You've got your pen and your pencil ready. And I would like you to write some lovely sentences about one of the crayons and obviously do a beautiful drawing. Pop me on pause now until you're finished. See you in a little bit. How did that go, everybody? It's time to check your work now. So make sure you've got those super duper eyes looking at your work. We're going to check for our basics first. Have you used capital letters at the start of your sentence and for any names? Can you see them? Brilliant. Don't worry if you haven't, you can always change them. Now, have you used your finger spaces? Is that something you could improve on next time? And put me on pause to check that you've used your full stops in the right place. You'll need to read your sentences back and check if they're there. Have you used enough? Well done. Have a good look. And finally, have you used our conjunctions of the day? Because and. Well done if you have. If you haven't, could you pop some in? Remember at school we use a little arrow underneath the line and then we write them above. Super work. Now, if you would like some more things to do today, you may like to listen to some of the other books in this series. You can see all the titles on the screen. And if you go onto Google and YouTube, you'll be able to find them. So, congratulations for doing your first day of literacy this week. And tomorrow, I'm super excited because we're going to be picking our favourite colour and writing all about it. I wonder what yours will be. Can you remember what mine was? Shall I tell you? It's blue. Up later today, you will be doing your reading. Now, there's not a video for this, but we would like you to practice reading and spelling your common exception words. You can find these in your reading diary. You can read the books that are in your book bag or that were sent home in your pack. If you've read all of those, why not try Oxford Owl and read some of the titles on there? And if you go onto YouTube and type in Ruth Miskin, Read Write Inc., you will find the daily phonics lessons. There will also be some links on our website and Tapestry. Have a super day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next literacy lesson. Bye!